Oh, alright guys, I got something super exciting that I want to share with you. So previously, I was able to be invited out to Rapscallion Motorsports, as you can see by my shirt. I went out there and I partaked in one of their Arrive and Drive programs. It was probably one of the most memorable experiences of my life. I definitely did not want to miss out on it. I'm super grateful that they were able to accommodate and allow me to go on out there, and I want to share that experience with you. So here's some clips of what was going on down there. Okay guys, please don't mind the phone in my hand. It's basically just so that way I can keep track of notes and give you guys the most proper information that I can to explain this awesome service that I was able to take part in. So Rapscallion Motorsports basically offers an Arrive and Drive program for, I believe, Miatas, Rush SRs, and a bunch of other race cars as well. If you guys are interested, I'll put a link below in the description. I'll even try and put it up here on the screen. But reach out to them, let them know that I sent you, and please go ahead and support those guys. They are amazing. They made me feel like family. I cannot wait to go back. Yeah, but long story short, in case you don't know what a Rush SR is, which is the service that I was taking part in, it's a prototype chassis that is a go-kart on steroids. Just for starters, they rev to 12,000 RPM, have 145 horsepower, and on top of that, they are air shifted and they weigh about 1,100 pounds. They are absolutely amazing. I want one so bad and somehow make it street legal, but I don't know how that would work.
I need it!
But the Rush SR cars were amazing. I cannot wait to go back. I want to drive those things forever. Like, they were just great. And long story short, Rapscallion Motorsports, you guys made me feel like family. I definitely will be coming back, and I definitely want to do events with you guys in the future. It was just great. The team was so inviting, so just like everyone was just sharing so much knowledge. I felt like I went into that, and to be total transparency, and I told them from the start too, it was my first time on track. It's my first time in an actual race car, let alone a prototype. And on top of that, it was actually my first time, I didn't even think about it until I got down there. It was my first time actually filming outside of my shop, because I'm still trying to get out of my bubble of filming in public. Which, for the most part, what I wanted to do down there was go down, have GoPro footage of when I was driving on the cars, and I did a lot of the filming when there was more action going on, because actually when I went down there, it was more just me down there with the coaching. But I wanted to give my undivided attention to learning, because yes, I can go down there and I can film everything, but if I'm not paying attention or giving me certain, let's say, tricks and tips and techniques that they want me to learn, which I definitely felt like I was improving on my driving every single session. I went off track 4 times, which I have on footage, so I'll put that here just for fun.
On purpose.
You might be the luckiest person I've ever met in my life.
There was like basically the first time I got on track, I was just exhausted with my arms, because I learned that you don't put your weight on both of your arms when you're turning in. You actually want to put it on your bottom hand, and just doing that alone, it definitely kept the strength in my arms. I didn't feel as fatigued. The one thing that I was adjusting to was the left foot braking, and braking harder. I was thinking if I was braking, if I was like not trail braking, but like easing up on the brake, it was going to help me carry speed into the corner. Just use the throttle for that, for a simple explanation, because I was just saying that stomping on the brakes was helping me in one corner, but my driving from the first day to my second day, when I was out by myself, was so much better than it ever was. I mean, the first day and the first session, I think Kris, JC, and Johnny can definitely tell. Shout out to you guys. You guys are awesome, and you made me I can't wait to go back down. Long story short, but like I was scared of the car, because not from the engine or the revving or anything else, but like I was more scared of just crashing it, because I wasn't used to being able to go fast and rely on aero, because again, it is my first time being on a racetrack. But definitely second session, a lot more comfortable. And I think in that session, with Kris, who was in the Rush SR car ahead of me, where he was setting a pace basically, and I was just trying to follow him, mimic everything that he was doing, mimic his line, mimic his braking, mimic just everything that he was doing. And I think I was able to in that session. I'm pretty sure it was our second session. I was able to run a 120 on the track. Now we had I think nobody else on the track, and then apparently, if I'm remembering correctly, I think we apparently went too fast in that session to where we got kicked out, is what Kris told me, which was pretty interesting to hear on my second session, my first day in a race car.
Want to see me run to that mountain and back? You want to see me do it again?
My next day though, and even I think after that session, we started doing more me going out by myself and trying to learn without that reference, which definitely was back to, trying to get a little bit more comfortable in the car, but with a little bit more traffic on my first day, applying the techniques that I was learning, and on top of just, being out by myself and more cars on out, I was able to run consistently, I think back to back. I don't remember if it was my last session or my second to last session, like 131s. Which is, it sounds like I lost a lot of time, but when I was going out by myself originally, I think I was no joke doing 150s in 2-minute laps, just because I was trying to also learn the downshifts, where to go to, because I had no reference, and it sounds like it's a lot easier than it is. It's not. So I'm pretty proud of myself for that too. They were telling me I did an extremely good job. So yeah, and I'm hoping when I go back down there too, I'm going to be able to run even a little bit quicker, consistent laps. No, I'm very proud of what I was able to do. The Thursday and Friday were actually technically my test days. I had flown in that Thursday night, and I didn't have my flight until late 4 o'clock-ish, I think, on that Saturday. Well, the morning they were having an HPDD Apex event, and so I got invited to actually come out and hang out. And so actually the beginning of this video, that was from that track day. I tried filming as best I could. If there's any blurry footage, I'm sorry. My camera can't zoom in that far. Long story short, it was super awesome because Nate Hamilton actually was there that day. And in case you guys don't know who Nate is actually the owner of 144 Racing. And I am not exaggerating when I say that 144 Racing is the reason that I am able to, one, do my merch, be able to do the designs. You can see their banners back there. They have been, since the beginning, the biggest supporters of this channel. Without them, I don't know if I would even be able to do this. So shout out to you guys. Thank you so much. I cannot exaggerate how grateful I am to even have that relationship with you guys. I will definitely be coming on down to Texas so much more often. Rapscallion Motorsports, you guys rock. I'm definitely coming back. I also have to stop by the 144 shop too and see that in person, see where all the stuff gets made. But I'm going to actually end this video out a little differently. I'm going to put a lot of the raw driving footage from maybe some better laps, so that way you're not watching all 2 days. And in case you guys want to watch that, if you don't, that's okay. But one thing I will ask is please head on over to angusauto.com and try and support the channel, and head on over to 144 Racing and pick up some of the merch there too. And 144 Racing actually does the merch for Rapscallion Motorsports as well, so I believe their stuff is on that site. And Sunoco is definitely going to be the race fuel that I'm going to be using in my cars. So freaking awesome to even be a part of the experience that was taking place down there. So I'm going to close this video on out. I've been rambling on enough. I've messed up this clip about probably 24 times, just to be transparent, because there's a lot of information that I wanted to share, and I want to be able to give it in the most detail possible. So you guys have any questions, please put it down in the comments section. If you like this video and you're here for the first time, like, comment, subscribe. You guys know the deal. And yeah, I will try to respond to every comment I can. So peace out, and thank you guys for watching, and enjoy the clips.